So I'm going to make a slightly different video today, following on from the last video, or one of the last videos I made about miners, because contrary to popular belief in terms of them being a pure spam attack, there is some strategy and stuff to bear in mind, and I just want to show some examples from the last war that we had. Close loss, unfortunately. We ran a bit heavier than normal. We had 411s in this war, and we just didn't get it done against some of the top bases as much as what they did, unfortunately. But both myself, Chuck, and Scott, I'm going to show some attacks from those three players, used the same attack this war, and it became evident that there was some other factors to play with miners that has a strong bearing on whether your attack is successful or not. So I'm going to show two examples of the attacks that didn't go well and some that did on similar bases, and talk about the reasons why. So all three of us used the technique that I posted in the video recently that got from my guys at Monkeyland, and that is basically first thing is to lure the CC and actually deal with the CC before the attack begins. So this attack isn't really an example of what I want to show, so I'm just going to play this on faster speed, but basically it's a hound, so bring that down with a loon behind. And one of the reasons why this attack doesn't 3-star is, again, I've had to use the Queen's ability on the lure, unfortunately. So she doesn't stay in play as long as she would have otherwise. So you see this base a lot. It's quite a simple 2-star. You just put all the miners in from the flanks. They're going to converge back into the core and hang up on the eagle, and then you can just heal them into the core. Quite a lot of nasty DPS stuff there, so 2 heals used in the core, and then just not enough juice to get through the rest of the base. The heroes have split and die out before they can come around and kind of act as support for the miner pack. Do get still quite a lot of value out of the Queen, but like I said, she lost quite a lot of health at the start and just not enough firepower to come around and get the 3-star. So moving down, this is the first example on what I do want to talk about this war. So I'm just going to pause it before this attack begins to look at this base. So same thing. CC I can lure just by taking out this archer tower. Once this archer tower is taken out and they move down to the cannon, the CC will trigger. What I then do is deal with the CC, which is all minions up here. That all goes well, but what I elect to do is come in across this line here, the 12 to 3 o'clock line. And what I want you to look at is where the heroes are here, because this is where it goes wrong. The correct line to come in at is this line here with the heroes positioned as they are, the 3 to 6 o'clock line, and you'll see why. Let's run the attack. We'll speed up the first bit. So again, giant down to distract, 4 hogs in, take out the archer tower. Once they're through that, CC's triggered, it's all minions. Get the whole CC, bung a couple of poisons down and barbs to distract. Queen down. That went a lot cleaner. The Queen is full health. So Barb King down on the flank. Now let's pause it. So far everything's all going well, right? CC is dealt with. Actually, CC's not dealt with. I didn't get all of it. There's some more minions coming out here, but I think the Queen will deal with these. Got the Barb King going down the flank as I want here. All of the miners are coming into the core, so all is looking good so far. But let's just watch what happens with the miners. So they're all bunched up, but now they're latching onto the king, and all these miners get pulled off towards the king and get pulled off towards the queen. So instead of coming into the core, which is the angle they were taking, they've got pulled off down into the south and away from the eagle and the town hall, which obviously I wanted to get to secure the 2-star and then try and push for the 3. Once they're down here in a big pack, They're toast really. Obviously, keep healing them up as they go round, but they're never going to come back in and take that town hall. So the miners love heroes. If they see a hero, they'll dive in on it. So kind of the attack path they took was to come in and then loop round to where the heroes were, rather than what I wanted to do, which was push to the town hall. So that was a lesson learned. Exact same thing happened to Chuck on. I have to go into the menu here. Exact same thing happened to Chuck on 3. I'll just pause it here. So I was trying to tell him before in the chat window, but he didn't read it, unfortunately, before he went in, to come in across this line, the 3 to 6 line, because the heroes are in exactly the same position. And unfortunately, the same thing happens to Chuck. So let's have a look. Again, he doesn't get the full CC pull. It's tough. You've got to invest a bit more. I mean, this was a first attack, so again, didn't know what was in the CC. Only pull some of it, and that is another factor that costs him in this attack, as we'll see. It carries on. Same thing. Drops a few barbs. Drops his queen. Poison down, and queen in for the kill. Drops his barb. King up here, and again, same thing. They're coming in. Everything is going towards the core now. Like I said, the CC does trigger, which is a shame. But look what the heroes are. All of the miners get pulled away from the town hall and down and towards the heroes. The CC is obviously a factor here with the minions coming around. But the point is, this stopped the 2-star coming in at the wrong angle, where, same as I did, with the healers down here, the miners just get pulled off and away. So you've really got to pay attention to where the heroes are to decide which angle to come in with miners, because as you can see, exactly the same thing happened here. They get pulled off down and towards the south. Another high percentage 1-star. Again, that would have been a 2. And these 2 attacks, both mine and Chuck, if they'd a 2-star, they'd have probably been the difference in the war, because we wouldn't have had to go in and attack them again. We could have hit some of the 10s that we missed on, and yeah, it's a shame. But, you know, lesson learnt there. We'll go back in now and watch Scott, who did come in, and Scott attacked it from the angle that I was talking about. So this southern angle here. So exactly the same start. Giants down, hogs in. Take out the archer tower. They'll come across with the cannon, pick up the CC lure. I think he gets more of the CC, if not all of it. If not all of it, nearly all of it. The one mistake Scott makes is he's got his anchor down here. He doesn't get his poison down quick enough, and they just annihilate his queen, unfortunately. There's no distracting barbs there as well, so he has to use the queen's ability. Probably would have been, or could have been, a 3-star without that slight mistake. So he comes in, so remember, same base, comes in on this correct 3 to 6 angle. Now let's see what happens again. Hero's obviously going to attract all of the miners into a big clump, which he can heal up. King goes down. They go on to the queen. Queen goes down, but look where they are now. They're much more centrally positioned, and they're just going to continue this path in towards the town hall, which is obviously where he wants to get the 2 and then push for the 3. Because they're in such a tight clump, nice place to heal. Town hall goes down. You can see he's got some flanking action from the miners here. Queen has gone down. If she hadn't have been hammered by the minion, she would just walk around here and support these miners as they come around. And like I said, give a chance of the 3-star. But unfortunately, just didn't have enough juice. Hanging on to that last heal. He's going to put that down now as the Inferno Tower comes into play. But yeah, just unfortunate. It's little things, you know. That CC pull went slightly wrong. A full health queen, level 40 queen, I think would have got very near to 3-star, if not 3-star. So good attack from Scott. Coming in the correct way. Let's show Chuck's on 4. So fresh hit, 3-star. Again, I'll just pause it. If we look at the hero position here, so this guy's got split heroes. He's got one either side, and his warden here. It's got Chuck rather elects to come in across the 12 to 9 line, and that's fine. If you can see he's got heroes to either side. So let's see what happens. Here, they're not going to get pulled away from where you want them. So again, Hoglore gets the full CC because there's actually a witch in here. I believe it's the full CC anyway. Much cleaner CC kill. Gets through those, has to use the ability just to get through the skellies. King down, so nice clear flanks here for the miners to push straight in. Clean them out with the heroes. In they come. So because you've got a spread, yes, they're on the Queen, but they will redirect now into the Town Hall, and they're on the King. As soon as they're done with the King, they will move back onto that Inferno Tower. And look at the path the miners take here, because of the heroes. All three heroes kind of pull groups of miners across, and they've just come straight through, steamrolled in a straight line. And because this base in these compartments does not have a lot, he's got a flanking group here of defense. Even though he's not got a lot left at this point, both heroes are dead. He does have the warden, which is tanking nicely. The miners at the top take care of that pack. Warden does go down, but there's only one defense left now, and that's going to be attacked by 2 angles. Down it goes, and very nice first hit, 3-star from Chuck. But again, the heroes there, it came in at the right angle for where the heroes are. I mean, this one is to give an example of how ridiculous it can be. This is Scott on a Town Hall 10. So I'm just again, I'll pause here. So this is an interesting one. So Scott comes from, I think, this angle at the top here, sort of 12 o'clock type area. Inferno Towers very closely together. But look where the heroes are. The heroes are positioned behind the Town Hall. And what you'll see, what happens is that the miners get pulled right through onto the Town Hall and then past it, leaving both Infernos and Expos up. Takes out the heroes and then carries on down here. And ultimately that is the end of that attack, or the reason why it's not a 3-star. So, again, it would have been, in retrospect, better coming in from the south. Would have pulled into the heroes, but then they would have pushed on into this group of Inferno Towers and Expos, and would have been a 3-star that way. So elects for a slightly different composition. The time goes for Queen Walk to begin. King down just to create the flanks. Got a few miners in there as well. Drops his warden, so he's creating a path to come straight in and dive straight in towards the Infernos and Town Hall. But look what happens here. So we'll play this at normal speed. So at the minute you think, great, everything is in that high DPS area. He's going to get in early, kill both Infernos, but no. Both heroes, look, just walk straight past and onto the Queen. CC is triggered. It's a hound. And now turn back onto the Town Hall, but the King is there. Kill the King, and because they're at this point nearer to the Teslas, etc., they just keep coming down through the base and to the south, and they've left all of these nasty Expos, which are killing his Queen, and miners. Obviously the hound is doing next to nothing. We'll fast forward it now. At this point, Queen's going to get hung up, I think, on the CC. But unfortunately, he's hanging onto that hill, There's so much DPS left at the top where they just ran through that even with the hill, there's not enough juice to get back through there. And again, the Queen is going to get killed by the Inferno. So 97%, that's a base he would roll 9 times out of 10, but just again down to that hero placement. And that's something I think the three of us would definitely take from this war before we go in with miners. Look where the heroes are, what effect are they going to have on the miners, because that led to a large number of fails for all of us in this war. That was it, just a quick one. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time.